Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. As we continue to work on the basement. Where is the end of that? There we go. Let's see, I think I might like this light being up here more. Yeah, I think that's better. Although it does make this area very bright. Okay. Let's see. I think we need some shells. Let's maybe grab all this stuff.
Hello there.
Hello, Septimus. Welcome. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. What am I gonna do here? Two streams in one day. Yep, that's right. I want to get things moving. It's going pretty good, though. Are you back home or are you still at work? Hey, Kailua Kid, welcome. Whoops. At home working on dinner and then probably some gaming. Nice. Sounds good. Didn't mean to do that. How are you doing, Kailua Kid? I kind of don't want these to be perfect, so that's why I have snap turned off. I want it to be like, you know, someone just kind of set these in here. Just relaxing with your dog. Nice. I think that'll work. Come on. All right, so trying to think about how I want to lay this out. I want there to be dog crates over here. Let's see, let's look at some reference. I like the way those shelves are just like very barely just thrown in there. Those are good details. Well, let's definitely get some barrels. Hello, Plan. Do you plan to include some mini games in your game? There will be puzzles, if you count that as a mini game, but probably not anything more than that. Like a shooting range. I wanted to include a shooting range. Like if I had unlimited time, I would. It's still a possibility because I think it would work well in this mansion that like they have in the basement here. They could have a shooting range. It could be like like a full-on shooting range where Henry Caldwell worked on guns just for a hobby, you know? But we'll have to see. Priority is getting this game done. Without spoiling it, do you go really dark with your story? No. No, it's pretty generic, honestly. The story in this game. Now, the Nightmare Escape, I think there's some room for it to be like much more interesting. But this game is basically just Resident Evil. Like, if you consider Resident Evil dark, then I guess maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't really consider it very dark. Yeah. You mean punching boulders isn't dark? What do you mean? You don't think Capcom takes Resident Evil very serious? I'm assuming you mean they don't take it very serious in, like, it being a super dark, serious story. Because they definitely take it very serious as far as it, like, making them a lot of money. But yeah, I think I know what you mean. I mean, I don't really even think of Resident Evil. I guess maybe 7 a little bit, but I don't really think of Resident Evil as a horror game so much, you know? I guess maybe the first one you could say as well. But, you know, it's like, it's a very definitive genre. And I don't know. I guess, again, like the first one I think was definitely trying to be not dark, but definitely more of a scary game. Can you check somewhere if they make more money with Resident Evil or Monster Hunter? That's actually a really good question. I don't know. I would guess well, I don't know. I don't know. That's a really good question. Okay, well, actually, it's not that close. These numbers are still quite staggering, though. I guess now that I think about it, this makes more sense. Because there have been so many Resident Evil games. And the answer is Resident Evil. Resident Evil has sold 154,000 copies. And Monster Hunter has sold 97,000. Now, this is interesting. Best single selling game is Monster Hunter World, which actually just surpassed Street Fighter II at 24 million copies. So, in order of best-selling Capcom games, Monster Hunter World first, Street Fighter 2, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, that's wild, has sold 16 million, and then Resident Evil 5 has sold the most Resident Evil games. Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, that's across all platforms. With Monster Hunter, it's hard to say because it's not... Yeah. I mean, Resident Evil wasn't PC for a while either, but I think it came to... well, it not only came to PC sooner, but it also has just been on bigger systems, because Monster Hunter for a while was like only on DS or something like that, which, I mean, a lot of people had DSs, but that did, cut out a big amount of their audience for sure. Yeah, so many handhelds. Yeah. I predict it will sell very well. Are you going to get Wilds? I wish I could say I was more excited about it. Yes, but not for full price. You're going to wait. Probably go on sale pretty soon, I would guess, because Capcom games seem to go on sale pretty quickly. Maybe we add one more of these. Yeah, they're probably gonna have DLC for it, I'm sure, right? Not many good games will come out this year. What? What you talking about? There's so many good games out this year. That translates into I don't play many video games. I'm sorry, but there's so many good games. But I don't know. I'm not your average gamer, I guess. I just love so many games. Like, we've already had Like a Dragon. Manor Lords just came out. Pacific Drive was amazing. Crab Souls, that was super fun. Let's look at the list, shall we? No new Elden Ring. What do you mean? We're getting Elden Ring DLC! Plan! What are you talking about? That's basically a new game. Helios! It's going okay. DLC can't get GOTY. Tell that to The Witcher 3 because they gave Blood and Wine or whatever to that. All right, all right. Plan. Let me just enlighten you on all of the good games that have already come out this year. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. That's it. I mean, Tekken 8 came out. Wow, I went really southern with that. Tekken 8 came out. I don't really care about fighting games, but I know a lot of people like Tekken. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which I've heard wonderful things about. Persona 3 Reloaded. Plan, have you forgotten about a little game called Suicide Squad? Okay, maybe not that one. Helldivers 2? We all love that game again now? Skull and Bones? Okay. Look, there's been some that haven't been great this year, okay? I'll give you that. Balatro is just like taking everyone over by whatever the phrase is. Last Epoch. A lot of people liked Last Epoch. Pacific Drive. Pacific Drive is great. I love Pacific Drive. I'm only looking for PC games. Obviously, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That was huge. Outlast Trials came out. Expeditions, Mud Runner. That's a fantastic game. Unicorn Overlord. I've heard great. Oh, that's not on PC. Never mind. Scratch that. Alone in the Dark. I've heard mixed things about it, but I've actually heard really good things about it from people that like Alone in the Dark. Horizon Forbidden West came to PC. Dragon's Dogma 2. We're just in March. Open Roads was good. Botany Manor. I loved Botany Manor. I mean, you know, obviously it's not going to be like Game of the Year, but I really enjoyed Botany Manor. Harold Halibut. Sandland. Heard really good things about Sandland. Can't wait to play that myself. Top Spin if you like tennis. Homeworld 3. That's a big one. Ghost of Tsushima. Hellblade is coming out. You just came to say hi. Good night. Have a great stream. All right, take care, Helios. Dragon Age 4 is supposed to come out this year. Who said Dragon Age 4 is coming out? I don't think that game is coming out this year. World of Goo 2. Very excited for that. Steam says that. Really? Like, do we even have a name for Dragon? Oh, yeah, it's Dreadwolf. No. It says coming soon. What you talking about, plan? It says full reveal is in summer 2024. Is that what you were thinking? Well, that doesn't mean that it's coming out. That just means they're going to show it off this year. I would highly doubt that it comes out this year. Even if they announce it this year, it's not coming out this year. Ooh, Still Wakes the Deep. I'm excited for Still Wakes the Deep. Of course, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. Luigi... Oh, no, darn. Can't say Luigi's Mansion 2. I mean, again, not my game, but Final Fantasy 14 expansion, massive expansion coming out. Frostpunk 2? Heck yes. Steam World Heist 2? We're starting to fill in the list here. Black Myth Wukong? Star Wars Outlaws? Stalker 2? Plan. Are you mad? I'm just kidding with you. But I think you can see there are a lot of good games coming out this year. The thing is nowadays, like every year, even in a so-called like slow year, there's still a lot of very, very good games that are coming out. Metaphor ReFantazio, worst name ever, but I am so excited for that game. Plan says there's not any games coming out this year. Okay, anyway. Back to making my game. That hopefully is coming out. My game has to come out this year, okay? Okay. Let's see. Focus on big details. You said not many GOTY material? Let's just scroll back up, shall we, Plan? Your precise words were, not many good games will come out this year. Okay. I feel like this area needs something more. I think it'll look better when we have pipes and stuff. I think that's part of it. We need pipes. I'm getting so excited for not E3. We gotta come up with a name. I guess, are we just saying Summer Game Fest? Did Monster Hunter Worlds win Game of the Year? When did Worlds come out? I don't think it did. What year was that? 2018. No, I am almost positive that God of War won it that year. Let's look and see. Yeah, God of War. Right choice. God of War is now definitively one of the greatest games of all time. You kind of like not E3. Hashtag not E3. You should, Sup. It's on PC now. Have you watched the playthrough? No BlizzCon this year? Yeah. Who needs it? Let's be honest, it's probably for the best. Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do anything at the Xbox showcase for that. Maybe they'll roll some of the stuff into that. You think you have it on Steam, got it for sale, just haven't had time to play. I understand that. That's a good like take a vacation and just do nothing but 4 days play a game kind of game. Save it up, savor it, enjoy it. Yeah. I would be afraid too if I was them. You guys excited for the next Call of Duty reveal? Going back to Black Ops, baby. Yeah, I know that's the problem, isn't it, Zup? I do the same thing. I think like, okay, I'm gonna wait on this game. You know, this will be a good just like wait until I have nothing to do for a few days. But the problem is I have like 50 games that I could lump into that category. And I'm sure you do too. Trinkets. Trinkets and marbles. What's the voice line from what is that game with the great announcer, Darkest Dungeon? He says trinkets and something. That's gonna drive me crazy. It's like trinkets and baubles and marbles. Since Call of Duty makes a new game every year, you lost interest. I still love Call of Duty, I'm sorry. I know. You can hate me, I totally understand. Oh, that's looking like a nice little junk pile now. What else? You're excited that I'm excited. Fair enough. No, I totally understand that most people are not excited for Call of Duty. I think I'm a little bit more excited this year because for a couple of reasons. First of all, I am not really the biggest Black Ops fan. I feel like a lot of people really like Black Ops. I thought it was good. I thought it was fine, but I was always more of a fan of the Modern Warfare series, because this is when pretty sure it was Modern Warfare 1 came out, and then Black Ops came out, and then Modern Warfare 2, and then Black Ops 2, and then Modern Warfare 3, and then was it Black Ops 3 right after that? No, I think, did they go to Ghosts or something? Regardless, during that time, I liked Modern Warfare a little bit more. And then Black Ops 3 came out, and that was just like a weird game. Although, oddly enough, Black Ops 3 is what got me into the multiplayer. Which, again, is very weird, because I just do not play any multiplayer games, really. But I really liked that one for some reason. And, like, for some reason, I got good at it. I don't know. It's weird. So I really enjoyed that, and then that got me into the multiplayer, and I've always been into the single player ones. And but with Black Ops 3, the story was awful. I thought it was like super futuristic, and it just went in like some really weird directions. Like, I think you were a robot in that game, and like you have an existential crisis or something in the game. It was such a weird game. Maybe I should replay that sometime. I've wanted for so long. I've wanted to replay all of the single player Call of Duty single player campaigns. I really need to do that sometime. But anyway, I don't know. Black Ops just never really was like really my thing. I was always more excited for the more modern stuff. And so then we kind of like went off in all kinds of directions. That was whatever. That was kind of a lull in Call of Duty stuff for me, when like Black Ops 4 came out, which was multiplayer only, and then we went back to World War II. Didn't we go back to World War II like twice or something? I think we had Vanguard, and then we had I think it was just called Call of Duty World War II or something. Both of those games were not great. One of them did some interesting things. I remember there was like some stealth missions that were really fun. But anyway, then fast forward to 2019 when Modern Warfare Reboot comes out, and that game was just like 10 out of 10. One of the greatest Call of Duty games ever, in my opinion. Then we kind of wavered a little bit. But we did have Black Ops Cold War, which Black Ops Cold War was really good. The single player. Didn't like the multiplayer. But the single player was like surprisingly good. That game had multiple endings and like RPG elements to the game. It was an interesting Call of Duty. And then we had Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2 was good, but it wasn't as good as the first one, and that was the problem. And then we had Modern Warfare 3, which that one has not gone over well at all. I wonder how the reviews are doing for Modern Warfare 3, actually. Modern Warfare 3, the new one, is the first Call of Duty that I've never bought. I feel somewhat ashamed. Well, there you go. It's sitting at 32%. So the story with the new one is that it's going to be, they're going back to the Black Ops campaigns, and it's going to take place during Desert Storm, which I think is very interesting. It's a time period that they haven't explored before. It's like kind of modern, but you know, also somewhat in the past now. So I am very excited for that. Did you play the Infinite War? Well, I've played all of them. Basically, except for Modern Warfare 3, the newest Modern Warfare 3. If you ask, hey Hal, have you played Call of Duty? Yes. You can just put yes after all of them. But yeah, I did play Infinite Warfare, and that is one of my favorite of the single-player campaigns. It's really, really good. It's the one that takes place in space. Cornelius from YouTube, hello. Can't wait to press F to set fire to the latrine pits. Oh, man. It's funny how few people nowadays know that press F to pay respects comes from Call of Duty. A lot of people don't realize that. Okay. This is looking good. I think we still need... So I want this space to be somewhat open, because what's going to happen is the player's going to come in here, and they're going to have to make their way over to here, where there's the first part of our puzzle. You're going to pick this up. This is going to trigger enemies that are going to spawn back here. They're going to be zombie dogs. And so I don't want there to be too much... like too tight quarters, you know? I do feel like we need some stuff filled in there. Maybe we can put 2 rows of these. Oh yeah. Yeah, Infinite Warfare is one of my favorite of the single-player campaigns. It's quite unique. It's not really like Call of Duty in a lot of ways. I mean, it's still very much Call of Duty, but it does some fun things. There's some really cool sequences in that game. Like, I never will forget getting in my ship. Yes, my spaceship in a Call of Duty game, and just taking off from Earth and flying straight to space. Like, in your face, Starfield. No, I don't like that. Okay, we'll go back to that. What else would we be doing in a Desert Storm game? It's like the least bro action of all time. Well, I think maybe since it's going to be Black Ops, it could be interesting. You know, like maybe it's some kind of undercover mission that you don't really know much about, that they haven't really talked about much before. Let's see. What are the best single-player Call of Duty campaigns? That would be fun to rank. Isn't that just Modern Warfare again? Basically. But
our modest fellowship expands.
Aren't all of the Call of Duties just Call of Duty? With maybe the exception of Infinite Warfare and a couple. Decellis, thank you so much for the resub, man. Welcome in. Infinite Warf campaign was fun. The zombies was great too. Which Infinite War campaign? The first one or the remake reboot? Still never finished the Call of Duty campaign. Look, they're not for everyone. I will fully give you that. You always forget to do a few levels and get bored. Or you always do a few levels and get bored, yeah. That is funny to me, though, because, like, they're non-stop action. And you get bored from that. But, you know, again, it's not for everyone. I get it. You wish they stuck... wait. I wish they suck with Infinite Warfare. Stuck with Infinite Warfare? I don't get it either because, like... to me, like, Resident Evil 6 could almost be Call of Duty campaign. I guess if Call of Duty was third person, would you like it? Who plays Call of Duty? This guy. Yeah. Okie dokie, okie dokie. I think... Yeah, you really like third person, don't you? Man, let's see. Best Call of Duty campaigns. Call of Duty 2. I think that would definitely rank up there. The first Modern Warfare. Infinite Warfare. And I need to replay Cold War. I really liked Cold War. And then the reboot or remake of Infinite Warfare was really good, but I don't know, if I could only have one, it would probably be the original. You don't think you've ever played Call of Duty? Maybe once or twice at a friend's house back on those 360 days, but I'm not even sure it was Call of Duty. Yeah, that's fair. It's not necessarily third person as a general rule. It's just I think typically combat works better in third person games. I wouldn't trust how he plays Tetris Effect from the story. It's a good story, okay? Oh man, I want to play Tetris Effect now. Yeah, I think those would be my favorite Call of Duty campaigns. If you compare RE6 to Call of Duty, RE6 has dodging, melee combos, sliding, diving into corners. Where Call of Duty, you kind of just run and gun. That's true. To me, Call of Duty has always been about these, like, large spectacle, like, big budget action movie almost events that, like, you get to play out and like be a part of. And to me, that just is always really fun. But again, I totally get why some people don't like it. It's understandable. The wife is on a trip to Vegas, but I have the duty to log in daily to her ESO for her daily rewards. You have your own Call of Duty. Nice. It's a very important quest. Yeah, that's fair to sell us. Yeah, like there's not a lot of Call of Duties that have a super memorable. Well, I don't know. It's tough. There are a lot of things that are memorable to me, but again, it's more like that one area where we broke into the submarine and kidnapped this guy and exfiltrated in the last minute. It's a lot more of that kind of stuff, I guess. How are you doing, Desilis? How's it going? Whoops. All right, winding down for bed, so I thought I'd just chill for a bit. Nice. I'm glad you could stop by. Hades 2 is out. Is it out? I think it's out in early access, maybe? Yeah, early access. Of course, their early access games are usually pretty polished. Yeah, they're one of the few devs that really do a good job with early access. That sounded awful. Yeah, they're one of the few devs that actually do a good job. Unlike all those other devs. Larian and Supergiant. Not sure who else would be on that list. I would say FromSoft. Or are we specifically saying like early access? Whoever the devs are that make what do you call it? Dyson Sphere program. Those guys just non-stop. Okay, so just specifically early access. I didn't play much of it, but I think Obsidian did a really good job with Grounded. They utilized early access well, I think. But I don't know. I also don't know if I would put them in the same tier as Supergiant and yeah, those other guys. Larian. Goodness. I'm sorry. Sorry, Larian. Forgot your names. Okay. More barrels. When in doubt, just add barrels. Yeah, it is kind of weird to me to sell this. Like, that's really how I think early access should be used. But, you know, like, why doesn't... I don't know. Why doesn't the next Final Fantasy come out in early access? Or you know... I don't know. Hellblade 2. I feel like that would have been a good game for early access. They've been talking about that game for 18 years. Put it out. Let us test it. Yeah. Yep. You can add the opinion on what Cyberpunk has turned around. You felt like you were going insane when everyone was calling it bad. Yeah, it was an easy game to hate on. And I mean, to be honest, like, they did deserve a lot of the hate. Like, they did just straight up lie on some things. But, yeah, I mean, it was annoying. I think it was annoying more than anything, right? Because, like, yes, it was broken in some ways. It was very buggy. But every video you would see, it's like Starfield, you know? It's like every article about Starfield is negative. And it's like, objectively, is that game a bad game? I really don't think, I mean, you know, maybe I can't say this because I really like Starfield. But I really think that Starfield, if I'm being objective, is a pretty good game. Like, if I had to review it, I would probably give it like an 8. I think it's a really good game. But the way the press talks about it, it's like that game is like a 4 out of 10, you know? And it's exhausting. And that's the same thing that happened with Cyberpunk. It's like the game, the way it came out on PC at least, I think it probably should have reviewed maybe 7 or 8. Like, it definitely had bugs, definitely had issues, but like the game itself and the story is good. But that's not what people focus on. They, you know, just make a video with every single bug in it and kind of make it feel like that's how the game is, and that's not really representative of how the game is. That was the thing that really kind of just annoyed me a lot. Yeah, I'm sure you know all about it, Reality. You haven't tried Starfield yet, so I can't comment on it. It looks like Fallout 4 in space to me, though. The thing that makes me so mad, and I'm sure it drives you guys at Bethesda crazy as well, is everyone always says, like, oh, they should have just, like, focused on, you know, not having so many planets and had, like, 10 planets that had a big area to explore. But they literally do. There's like, I don't know, probably more than 10 really big planets to explore. And I don't get it. I think a lot of the complaints come from people that probably haven't played it and probably haven't really explored that game. Because some of the areas in that are huge on just like one planet. And then, yeah, of course, there's gonna be tons and tons of planets. And this is real. Like, this is realistic. Most planets don't have anything on it. It's just rock. And Starfield goes beyond that. Like, it actually gives you stuff to do on those planets. To me, it's just like, it really is a perfect blend of random and procedurally generated content mixed with the like the handcrafted stuff. Last time you went to Pluto, there was way more stuff. I'm not even lying. This is just how much I love Starfield. I literally boot it up like once a week and just go and like stand on Mercury and just like look at the sun. I love it. I mean, it really is just my dream game that I always wanted and always imagined having. Thank you, Reality, for making it a reality. as well as all the other people that worked hard on it. Next time you see Todd, just tell him I said thanks. Tell him Hal said thanks. It does make me really worried for you guys what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be like. Because I'm afraid that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be a lot like Starfield. Like, that's where, again, like, I don't understand how people can complain about Starfield, but not complain about, like, Skyrim or Oblivion or Fallout 3 or 4, any of the other Bethesda games. The online discourse on Reddit versus all the people that tell me about their experiences with Starfield in real life are two totally different messages. That's good. We do have some feedback to take from Starfield. Like you said, it's not a perfect game. It is a great game, but we can do better. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that new update with the maps, those are beautiful. I love those maps. I kind of feel like those should have been in there from the get-go. But those maps look really nice. And I saw that little sneak peek of the land vehicles. I don't think I'm quite as excited about land vehicles than maybe some people are, because I never really felt like traversal was that big of a like that cumbersome or anything. But I do think that would be really cool. The map could have been there from the get-go if the game was released in May 2024. Yeah, fair enough. All right, we need to do something here. Of course, the only complaint Hal agrees with is the one about the maps. Look, I like a good map, okay? I am actually really excited for you guys to see the map in this game. I'm amazed at how good it looks. And all of the credit does not go to me. It goes to someone that... I don't know if I've actually told you about this guy, guys. I met someone. He's an amazing programmer. No, I did find someone that's helping me with this game, and he is doing an amazing job on some things. And one of those is implementing a really, really nice map. Let's see, source radius. You use map all the time? Maps all the time? Your team Hal here. On your first playthrough... Oh, by the way, have you seen the rumors to sell us about Resident Evil 9? I normally don't get into rumors too much, but these seem very credible. You don't think you have? It's not a whole lot to it. It's basically just that they expect the game to be revealed pretty soon. And it could come out, or they're thinking that it's going to come out early next year. I think the leaker specifically said that it could be as early as January of next year. I think maybe that's a little ambitious to think that it would be January, but it sounds like it's pretty close. They've also been working on it for 7 years. It's been in development for 7 years, which is pretty wild. Makes sense since RE8 was supposed to be a spinoff initially. I am so curious to know like who the main cast is going to be. I really, really want it to be Jill. We just haven't seen Jill, I mean, other than RE3 Remake. I haven't seen her in so long. I also really want to replay RE3 Remake. I have this problem, and I know you know what it is, Decellis, because I know you have the same problem. But, like, there's so many video games out that I need to play, and I want to play. But I just keep wanting to play Resident Evil. Just over and over. You keep playing old games too. Billy Cohen and Barry Burton buddy cop story, please. That would be pretty amazing. You want to play all the new video games that released in 2016? For a split second, I was like, well, that's not that long ago. No, that's 8 years ago. Ugh. I mean, you can just replay Resident Evil 4. Oh, I have a question for you guys. I never really thought about this until a guy that I'm working with told me that we should do this. How do you guys feel about a video game that doesn't have a jump? Like, do you feel weird when you play a video game and there's no option to jump? The door is opening the wrong way. Sure, whatever. Depends on the gameplay. How about a Resident Evil game? If it's not a Mario game, it's fine. True, true. Okay, let's see. Cornelius, it depends on the game itself. It can be noticeable, but usually only if it looks like I should be able to platform. Yeah. I think that's how I feel too. I was just thinking about it because, like, I have a jump in the game, but there's literally no reason for there to be a jump. It feels weird. Yeah, I do feel like in a Zelda game there should be a jump. Kailua Kid says, yes, if I can't press X to jump, it's lacking. Example, God of War. Yeah, one that I always thought was weird was Mass Effect. There's no jump in Mass Effect. And I mean, sure, like, you don't need to jump in Mass Effect, but it just seems like you should be able to jump in that game. I don't suppose anybody knows if there's a fix for this, but basically this is caused by volumetric scattering because I have the volumetric scattering turned up on this light. Is there a blocking volume or something that will block volumetric scattering? Because that's going to be a little bit of a problem. I have tried turning it off and on again. Oh, that's a problem too. Bummer. Huh. Thanks, Cecilus. I appreciate the effort. You never use volumetric scattering? It might be like a UE5 only thing. I'm not sure. I don't know if I like that. Uncheck cast volumetric shadows. In the light? It is uncast. Or unchecked. Or check it. Did you fix it? It kind of fixed it. I think I can probably adjust it enough. I can probably bring this down. Maybe 2. No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to affect... I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't actually affect the volumetric scattering. That makes sense. It's only affecting the shadow that it is casting. It's still doing it a little bit. But I think that might just be because maybe this wall is very thin. It's also only one-sided. I guess I could probably also play with this light a little bit. But that did help a lot. Thank you, Reality. You're good at this game dev thing. You should think about doing more of it. I like it hitting the wall, though. Yeah, that actually helped quite a bit. You looked into it, but you'd rather not know. Well, maybe one of these days. Alright. Lighting's good enough for right now. All of the lighting's going to get redone closer to release. I'm just trying to get it roughly how I want it. I will be right back. I'm going to take a quick break. All right, I am back. Hello, Amir. Welcome. How are you? Okay. I think down here I want to have maybe like some old furniture and stuff. What do we have? Oops.
Chris!
Good gracious, that scared me. Calm down, Wesker. This is still too bright. Do, 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 do. Too bad. Somehow feels worse than when Resident Evil says you have died. It really does. It made me like legitimately angry in Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. I guess maybe all of the Mario games. Whenever they would do, it's like they're just mocking you. It's like, too bad, you suck. And then it would just immediately give you game over. I still have nightmares about Super Mario Galaxy 2. That game defeated me. Oh, my textures have gone all blurry. Well, I didn't really like playing them either. And it was mainly because I had to use the motion controls. Was that the reason you didn't like it, or was it something else? Controls are part of it, but the main thing is harder to explain. I mean, to be honest, all of the Mario games, I personally don't really like the way that they control a lot of times. The one exception would, I guess, be the newer one. I mean, that one actually felt like a modern game, I guess. Whereas a lot of the older ones just felt awful. Oh, I have you too. prefer when a game world feels like a real place. Mario Galaxy levels felt like levels and not actual places. Yeah, I can see that. To me, that's kind of what Mario is all about, though, is like having the different worlds / levels. But I understand that. Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Which is why Sunshine and Luigi's Mansion 1. I love Luigi's Mansion. I can't wait to play 2. I mean, I would love to play 1 as well, but I have to wait for it to hopefully get remade, remastered. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna try and get out, get a little exercise tonight, and hopefully get to bed early tonight, and get up early, and maybe finish the basement tomorrow. We shall see. But yeah, good night, everyone. It's good to see you, Decellis. I hope you have a good night and get some rest. And take care, Reality. Have a good one, man. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Didn't realize that I didn't hit the ending screen soon. Bye, guys.